video is the continuation of my slow motion crochet for knitters videos. Like I said in the last video, the crochet chain, this is a combination of two playlists that I've been working on for a few years, one being crochet for knitters and the other being my slow motion videos. If you would like to see the entire playlist of both of those playlists, just click the little eye in the upper right hand corner to see those two, the crochet for knitters and the slow motion techniques. And I'll also put them in the video description field below on YouTube. So single crochet is probably the most basic stitch that you'll see in crochet. It's used a lot. As knitters, we can use it as a border on a blanket or a scarf or anything else, or you can just knit single crochet and kind of in no time you'll have a baby blanket. So crochet, I always say, is a good skill for knitters to have. Anyway, let's go slow-mo.
First, we'll take a look at the finished stitch. And I'm going to demonstrate the stitch first in a crochet chain. And with single crochet, we want to start the stitch in the second stitch from the hook. So you have the loop around the hook, don't count that one. Skip the next one, and then go into the second stitch from the hook. And different patterns will give you different instructions on where to put your needle in, or you can tell I'm a knitter, where to put your hook in. I'm putting it in the top leg of the crochet chain. Grab the yarn, pull through one loop, grab the yarn, and pull through both loops. And the crochet chain is a lot like the cast-on row. I'm demonstrating it here because it is the most difficult way to work the stitch. It's much easier when you have more to hang on to. I'm going to put my hook into the next stitch or the next chain. And you'll want to keep tension on the working yarn, however it works for you. Grab the yarn, pull through that chain, then up and under the yarn again. And pull through both. And when I'm pulling through both, you see I'm careful to point my hook down. It's the easiest way for the hook to slide through those stitches. I'm pointing out the stitch that I'm going into next. Into that stitch. Yarn over and pull that through. One. Yarn over and pull it through two. And again, with the crochet chain, when you're working that first row, you want to keep a grip on the crochet chain pretty close to the hook to make it easy to pull the hook through. And that's the little bit of the finished first row there. I also want to demonstrate this when you have a little bit more work going. So get that hook. I'm going to need that hook for the next bit. And crochet stitches are tall. That's the best way to put it, is you have short ones. This is a short stitch, and you have taller stitches like double crochet. So when we're working in rows like this, we want to chain up. And in this case, before I start this row, I'm going to chain up one stitch. And different patterns might tell you to chain up 2 or not to chain up at all. But typically you're going to want to chain up 1 stitch for single crochet. And then I'm going to skip that stitch that I just chained. I do not want to work my first stitch in that, but the first stitch in the work is where I will put my hook. And I'm going to go under both legs of the V, and I'll point that out in a moment here. But both legs of the V, and the stitches worked just like we did in the crochet chain. Grab the yarn, pull through 1, grab the yarn, pull through both. And crochet stitches are always finished when you have just 1 loop left on the hook. Under both legs, grab the yarn, pull through 1, grab the yarn, pull through both. I mentioned that I'm going under both legs of the chain. You see the V that makes the looks like a bind off row in the crochet chain. Some patterns will have you work your stitch in the front leg of the V, meaning the leg closest to you, or the back leg of the V, and it creates a different look. It creates a ridge in the work, and the designer will give those instructions because of the ridge that it leaves, that's an effect that they're going for in the work. But in this case, we are working the stitch, kind of in the most secure way here of going under both legs. Not that the going under one leg is not going to give you a strong fabric, but it's also easy. There's kind of a little gap right there. The hook just slides in really easily. There I'm going into the back leg there. And that's how you'll work the stitch with just 1 strand on the hook, just the back leg. And into the front leg. And here we are, back up to full speed. Crochet goes really quickly for making blankets.
And that's it. I hope that helps. Good luck.